Fast Forward Reading Assistant is a really exciting program. You know how when you were little, your teachers and your mom would sit with you and read, and if you stumbled on a word, they'd kind of jump in and read that word for you so you wouldn't struggle with it so much. And that kind of assisted reading, it's called, is what's built into Reading Assistant. But in this case, what's listening to you is a computer. And the computer has what's called speech verification software in it. So if a child is approaching a word, the computer recognizes if the child's struggling with that word or if the child has said the word incorrectly or has read the wrong word. And the computer will give them the correct word and say it for them in a not digitized voice, but just a person talking voice. So the child gets to hear a story read first, then they get to try reading it themselves, and if they have a little trouble with a word, the computer will help them with that word. And then at the end, after they've read it, the computer will list all the words they had trouble with, so the teacher or the parent can see the words the child struggled on, and they can try to read it again and see if this time they can read it a little faster, and it will keep a measure of how fluent the child is reading. Then at the end of the reading passage, the child will be asked some comprehension questions or maybe some vocabulary questions. So it's building comprehension, it's building vocabulary, and it's building reading fluency. So, and because a computer isn't judgmental and a computer doesn't care whether the child does well or not, children tend not to feel threatened and they enjoy reading that way, and so they read more, and we can get a lot more progress with a child's reading fluency by just putting them in front of a computer all by themselves. So Reading Assistant is very nice that way. Well, we know that assisted reading works very well. So we know that assisted reading is the way that many classroom teachers try to build fluency, reading fluency in students. And all of us have been reading out loud in classes when grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 for many years. As far as the research with Reading Assistant itself, the research we have shows that it does improve reading fluency. So we do have some nice measures on tests called the DIBELS, which is a test of reading fluency, showing that reading fluency does improve